Question 2, part A. Now I was looking up the marks here. In part A, there was 15 marks going for part A out of 25. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, John, Mary and Eileen bought a ticket in a draw. The ticket cost €50. John paid 25, right? So John paid 25 out of the 50. So let's take a fraction. 25 over 50 is the same as a half. That's John. Mary paid 15 out of the 50. And Eileen paid a tenner. So that's how much they paid each out of to make up the €50. And the prize won was 20,000. And the prize is to be divided in proportion to how much each paid. So yeah, if you bought, so John is going to get half, isn't he? You know, because he paid half the price of the ticket, and half of 20 grand, or another way is 25 over 50 multiplied by 20,000. That's going to give you €10,000. And Mary, she is going to get less. She only paid 15 out of 50. So we're going to multiply 15 over 50 by 20. This is the same as dividing 20,000 by 50 and then multiplying by 15. That's another way we could have done it. We could have got 1/50th of 20 grand and multiplied it by 25, 15 and 10. But this way here will do fine as well. We're going to get 15/50ths of 20,000. So no need to tax the old brain. We'll just go into the calculator. 15 over 50 multiplied by 20,000. We have 6,000. Right, and 16 and 4, so the remainder has to be 4,000. It gives a total of 20. So Eileen gets 4,000, and we can check that. We can multiply 10 over 50. 10 over 50 is same as 1 over 5, but we don't even need to simplify it. 10 over 50 multiplied by 20,000, we get €4,000. 15 marks. So you're well over the halfway there. 12.5 marks would be 50%. We're getting 15 marks just for that there. Okay, moving on, part B. Assuming that the Earth is a sphere being a ball of radius, and it has a radius of 6,378 kilometers. So the radius is a distance from the center out to any edge, a straight line out. So our radius R equals 6,378 kilometers. Find the length of the equator. Well, the equator is here, it's around the center, and that's like a circle. If you sliced right through the middle of the sphere this way, we'd have if you halved it there, you'd have on the top, you'd have the circle, and the equator would be the circumference of that circle. So the formula for the circumference of any circle, C, the circumference, equals 2 times pi times r. And if you can't remember that, you'll get it in the tables, page 13 or so. See if I can dig it out here. No, it's not page 13. So I'm looking up my tables here, and I think I'm looking up surface area and volume, page 10. And here we are. Right. That's a cylinder, a cone, a sphere. We'll be using that later in the question. Page before, a circle. I can't find it now. Oh, here we are, page 8. Right, the length of a circle, one lap, or a circumference, L, or IUC, equals 2 pi r. Okay, that's the area there, but that's the one we're looking for, 2 pi r. So that's going to be 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 6378 kilometers. And we're going to get our answer in kilometers. So once again, we go for our friendly Casio. 2 multiplied by shift, bring up the pi from the bottom of the calculator there, multiply by 6378, and we get an answer in pi. Now they want the answer to the nearest kilometre, so we'll press the SD key. There it is there, and we get 40,074.15. So the nearest kilometre. This 0.1 is very close to being a 0. If that was a 5 or higher, we'd round this guy up by 1, but because it's less than 5 here, we're going to round it to 40,074 kilometers. 40,174 kilometers. And that's our circumference, or that's the distance you'd have to travel if you want to do one lap of the equator. Part B, find the volume of the Earth in this form here, kind of like scientific notation or something, right? We'll worry about that in a minute. Find the volume of the Earth. Now the Earth is a sphere, so the volume is going to be the volume of a sphere. We saw that a second ago here in the book, page 10 in the tables. The volume of the sphere is 4 over 3 times pi r cubed. So that's 4 over 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r with this wee 3 cubed, means r multiplied by itself 3 times effectively. Just a shortcut for that idea. So we already have our radius. Our radius is 6378 kilometers. So we'll bang them figures into the calculator. 4 over 4 over 3 multiplied by pi. Now we can use the pi symbol from the bottom, or you could use 22 over 7. That's okay for pi. Multiplied by r, 6378. But we want it cubed, so we'll use this key here, and we'll put in a little 3 here in the exponent or power position. So we could have the pi symbol here, we could have 3.14 or 22 over 7. There's at least three different ways of putting in pi. And press equals, and you see because it's such a large number, the calculator is automatically put into this type of format. This something by 10 to the power of something, right? A by 10 to the power of n. Well, n is 12, and a is a number between 1 and 10. Well, 1.08 will do fine, or 1.09, because this is a 7. Okay, 1.09. 1.09 by 10 to the power of 12, and our units are going to be kilometers cubed, because we cubed our kilometers. This is volume, so it's 3D. Lastly, part C, and this was only worth 5 marks. Bear in mind that John, Mary and Eileen, the ticket in the draw question was worth 15. So this is the kind of structure of a lot of the questions. The mass of the Earth is this big figure here, so many kilograms, and the mass of the Sun is a bit bigger, 10 to the power of 30. It's a much bigger number because this is the power of 30. How many times greater than the mass of the Earth is the mass of the Sun? So give our answer the nearest whole number. So what we need to do is to see how many times the mass of the Earth will divide into the mass of the Sun. So we just get our Sun figure, 1.99 multiplied by 10 to the power of 30, and we're going to divide that by the mass of the Earth, 5.97 by 10 to the power of 24. And we're just going to use the calculator to do that. Right, it's just a matter of knowing which keys to use on the calculator. So we'll type in 1.99, and then we go down here to this x10x key. See here, x10x, and we press x, and now we have by 10, and now we're putting the power, which is going to be 30. So that's 1.99 by 10 to the power 30. It looks a bit weird, but that's the way the calculator takes it, and that's going to be divided by 5.97 by 10 to the power 30. So we go down to our x10x key here again, press that, and now we have to supply the power, which is 24, and press equals. And we get a fraction answer like we do in a lot of cases. So we're going to press SD now, and this wee dot means the 3 repeats, so we can press SD again to see it more clearly, and that's our answer. Now going back to the question, give your answer correct to the nearest whole number. Well, the nearest whole number here is not going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. It's going to be all the 3's, because the first 3 here in the first decimal place, or the first digit here, is less than 5. So our answer is going to be 333,333. So we'll just write that down. 333,333 times. So the Earth, the mass of the Earth, if you took all the stuff in the Earth, it would fit. The Sun is 333,333 times more massive